Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, AJ Budgets. I am AJ and I'm so thankful and grateful that you are here with me today. In today's video, we are going to be doing my vacation to California wrap up and kind of check in to see how we did with the budget and if we were able to stay on budget or if we went over budget, and if we did go over budget, what categories did we go in? And then this will help me kind of adjust my budget for my vacations going forward. So one of my main goals for 2026 was to stay on budget for vacation, because I like to act like money doesn't exist when I'm on vacation, and money very much so exists. So let's get into it and see if we did it. Hello. So I'm going to turn here to my California budget. I budgeted this out back in December, so I do have a California budget with me on my channel. And this is kind of what we had decided we were doing. And I had gone ahead and done my little budget sheet. This is from 40 Plus Life. She's no longer on YouTube, but I'll still link her down below. We did make some changes as we got a little bit closer. And so we'll just kind of see what we did. So I'm going to go through and first of all, I need to check everything off. So my departing and returning flight. I spent $20 on my departing flight, and then when I came back, I spent $31. So I would say overall, that was within budget. For coffee, I ended up spending $49. And then we ended up not doing day one lunch and drinks. This ended up being, we went to H Mart. And oh my God, that was so much fun. Hopefully you're seeing photos and or layover videos if I can get that to work. And so yeah, so we ended up going to H Mart, and what else did we do that day? Oh, and they had a K-Beauty Mart inside of H Mart, and oh my gosh. And then we did go to Trader Joe's, and then I also went to one other grocery store because Trader Joe's didn't have everything that I needed. So with all of that being said, Trader Joe's ended up being $35, and then Albertsons was also $35. So I ended up spending what would be equivalent to $70 at the grocery stores. Again, I was sick, so that's why I had to go to Albertsons. Trader Joe's doesn't have like cold and flu medicine, and I ran out of like my Tylenol cold and flu, and I needed like Tess and DM and cough drops. Like just, it was rough. So I don't think I wouldn't have had to go to Albertsons, so it would have been in budget, but I was sick, so you know, it is what it is. Okay, so for H Mart though, I spent $50.13 and then $3.95 on a pastry, and then I spent 40. Oh no, and then $5 on. Okay, so we're at $59.08. So we had 59. Okay, then for hotel food, I ended up doing $83 when we stayed at the hotel. And that was not necessarily food, that was drinks. $83 on drinks at the pool and at the spa and all of that fun stuff. My gambling cash, I spent $80 and thought I had lost all $80. And then with my last $20, I ended up winning it all back plus $9. So I had $109. So I still have the $100 in cash. And we'll be doing something with that a little bit later. The hotel was $100, so I budgeted $100 and it was $100. The spa ended up being $307, but I need to take off my $85 for my massage, so $222. And then at the winery, that ended up being $50 instead of $75. Because we didn't do a wine tasting, we ended up just getting like a little fruit platter, and we had a couple glasses of wine, and then just kind of walked around, and yeah, it was really cool. The hot springs night soak was actually $50 because I just paid for us both. It was buy one, get one free. And so I paid for both of those, and then she bought us dinner. So it all kind of evened out. Yeah. And then I did a tarot card reading, which ended up being, that's going to be like right here. So that was $70. And then we had, it ended up adding $250. Okay, I'm like, this place is not mathing. And then I had $130 in miscellaneous spending. And I think that was it. Okay, and then I Venmo'd, so I need to put over here, I Venmo'd $125, and this was for hotel and gas. I always like to pay for a tank of gas for my friends, and that $25 in gas was included in this like shopping. And so this was $150 to $250 because I added this extra $250 with my tax return. And so my budget increased a little bit. And so that's why we were able to do like the tarot card reading, and I didn't feel, it just helped a lot. I was able to do like $50 in makeup at H Mart, and yeah. So anyways, we are going to add up and see how much we spent on our vacation. All right, so 20 and 31 for airport. Then we have 49.70 for groceries, 59 at H Mart, 83 in food, 100 for the hotel, 222 for the spa, 50 at the winery. That's 200, and then 50 for the hot springs. $939 is what I ended up spending. So, plus this $388.37. So then plus $388.30. Oh my gosh. And I ended up pulling 400 for that. So I'm just going to do 400. So $1,339. So my budget was, or is, $1,350, and I ended up spending $1,339, and the money I had left over is $11. $1,350 minus $1,339. $11. Look at that. We did it, guys. By the skin of our teeth, but we did it. And so I feel really comfortable and confident that I did a great job budgeting how I was going to be spending. So the budget is all budgeted. Now we're going to do my cash, specifically the gambling cash. So I had $100 in gambling money. I ended up putting the $9 into my spending cash, and I ended up having $12 left over. So we had 12 left over. So I guess I was technically $23 under budget. And then I stuffed that. I did a week 1 and week 2 of April weekly wrap up, and I stuffed that $12 into my dollar bills, y'all, already. So I had something really exciting happen while I was in California. I was awarded Teacher of the Month back in December. And then my school does Teacher of the Year for each of the school buildings. And then they, so I got awarded the High School Teacher of the Year at my building level. And then they have a gala in a few weeks. And at that gala, they then award the district-wide Teacher of the Year. So with that being said, I needed a gala dress, and I found one for $70. And so I thought, I have this extra $100. This was unbudgeted. I was planning on gambling this away. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put $70 into my IHG account, and then I'm going to do $30 to the Dollar Bills Y'all Savings Challenge. So let me get out my Dollar Bills Y'all Savings Challenge. And oh, this is so exciting. I am going to put the 100 in here. So, yeah, I need to figure out how much I have in here. Let me go ahead and pre-count this. So I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Okay. So if I have $96 and then I'm adding 30, that gives me $126 that will be going into here. So let me pull out 25 and 6. Okay. So 125, 26. So that means this should be 70. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. Perfect. So I'm going to get that deposited into my checking account, and then we'll get this added to my IHG credit card. So with that being said, I now have $126 in here. However, I do need to mark off $30 worth of numbers. So I'm going to just add up this row and see where we're at. So I have a 7, oh my gosh, adding, and a 5, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2. So it gets me 21. And then if I do an 8, and then a 1. Okay, let's do that. So we'll finish off this row. And then we will start our next row. And we are $1 over, or we are not $1, we are like $6 over, halfway there. So very exciting. We've hit the budget. Okay, and then next I need to get that $70 added to my IHG payment tracker, where I got my gala dress. So this is going to be leftover California money, and I'm just going to put gala dress. And then that is 70, and so that's going to give us 3204 if I did my math in my head correctly. So 70 plus 31, 34, 3204. Perfect. And we will count this up and make sure we do have $3,204. This payment is due on the 23rd. I make it the Friday before it's due in my weekly wrap-ups. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,100, 3,150, 3,170, 3,190, 3,200, 3,202, and 3,204. Okay, I'm going to leave that out because now we need to pull out how much money is going on my credit card. So we had $939, right? Because I have $1,339 minus the $400 plane ticket because I've already paid that. So I have $939. $125 was from Venmo, which was directly out of my checking account. So it means we're pulling $939. Venmo was, and then IHG is going to be $814 for a total of $939. So I need to pull $939 out of my sinking funds. So that's here in my long-term sinking funds. Back here in a vacay. And I am definitely going to need some change, correct? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go California. Minus 9. I'm going to just pull 940 because I don't want weird numbers. Okay, so that'll be 10. Is that 500? 6. That math should be so easy, and I'm like struggle bussing it up here. Just, no, not 500 at all. 710. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to need to break the 1,000. I'm going to switch out this 1,000 for two $500 placeholders, and then we can pull out 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, and that should leave us with 5, 6, 7, 705, and 710. Okay. That math, that's great. 5, 6, 7, 8, $940, which we need to add to my IHG card. So we're going to have a vacay. And this is for Callie, plus 940. So 940 plus 3204, 4144. Ooh, okay, well, that's been a lot of spending this month. We'll have to clear that off. And I have that $1,000 placeholder sitting right over there. So let me just go ahead and replace that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. That'll make this a lot easier to count. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4,000, 4,050, 70, 90, 4110, 4130, 4140, 4142, and 4144. Gosh, that's a lot of money on my card. But that was plane tickets to Cancun, my entire California vacation. It has my 6-month car insurance, my insurance license renewal. The flights to California are still on there. Yeah, so that's a lot of big heavy hitters coming out this month, but that's okay because we budget for it and we have envelopes and we have the cash. So thank goodness for this system. 5, 6. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I greatly appreciate you following along on my journey and interacting with my videos and liking and commenting and all of the things. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking it and give me a comment down below and let me know when is your first vacation and how are you budgeting for it. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along for my journey. But until I see you guys in my next video, have a great month. Bye.